If you're waiting to know everything before you do something, you're likely to do nothing. The example I like to give about this is when I decided to do Architecting Our Own Glass Ceilings, a documentary. And I went around thinking, well, I'm going to interview all these women and we'll film them and we'll do all this work. And people would say, oh, that's fabulous. The most interesting thing about it is I was interviewing and am continuing to interview really high power women. Not one of them ever asked me, have you ever done a documentary before? Which, by the way, I hadn't. Not any ever. Not even close to one, not even a short film. I basically know nothing about filmmaking. But don't let experience get in your way. One of the things that I realized is I just had to go and do it, and however it turned out, it was how it would turn out, and it would be a learning experience. But the message was important to me. It was important for women to share their stories. It was important that you hear these stories that really help you along and motivate you and inspire you. I couldn't have done that if I were waiting for all the experience in the world. What was I going to do? Go to film school? I don't have the time or money or inclination to do that. I had to just go and kind of create that opportunity for myself and do the work and see what would happen. Don't wait for all the experience in the world. Don't wait for every certification, every hoop of fire that you can create for yourself before you actually go and do something meaningful. Just go and do it. You can take 1,000 writing classes, and that's great, and you should take some writing classes, but you also need to just start writing your book. It's so incredibly important. I'm not saying that experience and education doesn't matter. Goodness knows I am an incredible student. I've worked hard my whole life learning, so it's not something that I dismiss. But I think when you're waiting for all of the experience in the world and waiting to be the expert, you learn very quickly that there is no such box to check. You just have experiences as you go along. So one of the things I would really encourage you to do is just choose to start a project that scares the hell out of you. Something that you think, gosh, I'm not even sure how all of it works. Sometimes that is the greatest gift in the world, because you know what? You go out and you produce something really magnificent that can really help people. Now listen, Architecting Our Own Glass Ceilings, it's not going to win any awards, probably. But the truth of the matter is, I get emails all of the time from women thanking me, just from our trailer, from the site. People are always asking me when the full film will be ready. And what it's really taught me is that when you do something meaningful, having it all perfect and shiny isn't really what's required. It's trying to produce really good work to the best of your ability. So what I'd love for you to do now is to go and start some incredible project that scares the hell out of you. Don't worry about how it ends. Don't worry about the end product. Just walk through that exercise, because just by doing that, that will set you on the path to live your highest and best life.